Did Jesus Christ have a wife and children? A hidden truth in the Bible and apocryphal texts. The question of whether Jesus Christ had a wife and children is one of the most controversial topics in Christianity. Traditional doctrine teaches that Jesus lived a celibate life, devoted solely to his divine mission. However, apocryphal texts and certain interpretations of the Bible suggest otherwise. In this analysis, we will explore biblical and extra-biblical evidence that indicates Jesus may have had a wife and children, uncovering a mystery that has remained hidden for centuries. The silence of the Bible on Jesus' private life. One of the main arguments against the possibility of Jesus being married is that the canonical Gospels do not explicitly mention it. However, this very silence can be interpreted differently. The Gospels do not say that Jesus was not married. In first-century Jewish culture, it was almost unthinkable for a respected rabbi to be unmarried. Most Jewish men married in their youth, and marriage was seen as a divine blessing. The Gospel of John mentions a wedding in Cana of Galilee, where Jesus and his mother were present. John 2:1-11. While traditionally interpreted as Jesus merely attending the wedding, some theologians suggest that this could have been his own wedding. If this were the case, it would explain why Mary, his mother, was so concerned about the lack of wine, as if she had an organizing role in the celebration. Mary Magdalene. Was she Jesus' wife? One of the most mysterious figures in Jesus' life is Mary Magdalene. In the canonical Gospels, she is one of his closest followers, present at the crucifixion, and the first to witness his resurrection. However, in apocryphal Gospels, such as the Gospel of Philip, a much closer relationship between them is suggested. The Gospel of Philip, one of the Gnostic texts found in Nag Hammadi in 1940, states, "And the companion of the Savior is Mary Magdalene. Christ loved her more than all the disciples, and used to kiss her often on the mouth. The other disciples said to him, 'Why do you love her more than us?'" The word companion in the original Greek is koinonos, which can be translated as wife or intimate partner. If this text is authentic, it could mean that Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a marital relationship. Additionally, in the Gospel of Thomas, another apocryphal text, Jesus seems to give special treatment to Mary Magdalene, teaching her secrets that he did not share with the other disciples. This has led some scholars to argue that Mary Magdalene was not only his wife, but also a leader in the early Christian movement. Evidence in the Bible about Jesus' descendants. If Jesus was married, did he have children? Some apocryphal texts and certain biblical interpretations suggest that he did. One of the most enigmatic passages in the New Testament is Hebrews 2:11-12. "For both he who sanctifies and those who are sanctified are all from one Father. For this reason he is not ashamed to call them brothers, saying, 'I will proclaim your name to my brothers. In the midst of the congregation I will sing your praise.'" This passage could be interpreted as Jesus having literal descendants, as it refers to his brothers in a broader context beyond his disciples. Another interesting text is Isaiah 53:10, which in its messianic prophecy states, "He shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand." The Hebrew word for seed used here is zerah, which means offspring or biological children. If this prophecy refers to Jesus, then the Bible itself would be affirming that he had descendants. Why was this information hidden? If Jesus indeed had a wife and children, why was this information not preserved in the canonical Gospels? There are several possible reasons why this could have happened. 1. The influence of Pauline doctrine. Paul of Tarsus emphasized celibacy as a superior way of life for those devoted to God. 1 Corinthians chapters 7:7-8. As the early church grew under his influence, the idea of a married Jesus may have been eliminated to reinforce the image of a celestial and pure Christ. 2. The consolidation of ecclesiastical power. If Jesus had descendants, this would imply that his earthly lineage had a legitimate right to lead the early Christian church. This could have posed a challenge to the emerging ecclesiastical leadership, leading to the suppression of these records. 3. The destruction of non-canonical texts. During the first centuries of Christianity, many Gospels and texts that presented a different view of Jesus were declared heretical and destroyed. The Gnostic Gospels, which portray Mary Magdalene in a prominent role, were among the texts that suffered this censorship. Conclusion: a mystery worth exploring. The debate over whether Jesus had a wife and children remains a subject of controversy and discussion. While the canonical Gospels do not explicitly mention it, the Apocryphal Gospels and certain biblical interpretations suggest that it is possible. If Jesus truly had a family, it would change our perception of his life and mission on earth. Not only would it humanize him even more, but it would also raise deep questions about the church, tradition, and Christian history. What do you think about this topic? Do you believe Jesus could have been married and had children? Leave us your comment and share this video so that more people can discover this hidden truth. If this video has inspired you, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And of course, share your experiences in the comments. Together, we can build a strong and positive community. Thank you for joining us on this journey of growth and transformation. See you in the next video.